These days, 9 to 5 jobs is not enough to support our expenses, yet alone saving for retirement or for a rainy day is not enough. So, what is going on with inflation rising and everything costing more? It is getting more difficult to sustain ourselves with one income. So, the ideal aspect of things is that we need to understand that one income is not enough to support us long term. And we always have to have multiple sources of income to support us now and in the future. So, how do we do it? And what are the sources of income we can take a look at to improve our chances and save for our rainy day or our retirement? I think ideally there is 5, but on this video I added 2 more, which is important but doesn't apply to most people. So number 1 is the earned income. Now this earned income is basically the income we're getting to do our job anywhere for an employer. It could be a 9 to 5 job or a part-time job, and usually we get a paycheck and a W-2 at the end of the year where we file our taxes. Now, this is common for most people, and this is one source of income. Now, number 2 is for people who owns businesses. Usually, it's called a profit income. Now, this doesn't apply to everybody, but I think it's huge for certain individual who wants to start a business and expand, and basically after the expenses, if there is profit, now the profit can be used as profit income. Now profit income could be huge for a certain individual, especially who is starting a business, and now you have a second source of income. Number 3 is interest income, and I think it's achievable for most people if you're saving every month or every paycheck little by little, and that money will eventually become bigger over time. So when it becomes bigger, usually banks, they have high yield savings accounts where you can earn more interest. So when you earn interest on your money, basically the bank loans out your money to other people and they give you a percentage of the profit they're earning. Now, most cases, banks usually doesn't provide a high interest rate, but there is high saving accounts which we can utilize to earn that interest income. So if we are saving and your money is not doing the work it needs to, I think we need to move that money to a high savings account to give you that extra income which you could earn every month. Number 4 is dividend income. Now this is something everybody can achieve. It requires patience, it requires time, and we should always focus on long term. It is stocks. Now stocks is great for everybody because we're owning a share of a company, and whatever they make money, we make money. A lot of stocks these days have scheduled dividend projections. They provide money to their stockholders. It could be quarterly, monthly, even yearly, and the stock prices are going up. It is a great investment for retirement and for passive income. For this 4th income is huge, and we should always start buying stock over time when we invested a lot of money, and with appreciation and the dividends we're earning, it could be another source of income which could support us in the future and for our retirement as well. The next one is rental income. This is not for every individual. However, if you own additional properties where you're renting out to people, that could be huge, and you're earning another source of income. There is tax benefits for that as well, because you're depreciating your property over time. Also, you're expanding your portfolio, which is giving you more earnings over time, plus you can leverage more from the bank over time to purchase more property. This is great, especially for wealth building, and it will help anybody who is purchasing over time and expanding their portfolio to make great sum of wealth. Number 6 is the capital gains income. Now this is usually applies to most people, especially after you sell something. So this could be a property, it could be a stock, it could be some other collectibles. Now this sort of income usually comes after when you already have purchased a property or a collectible or a stock, and whatever gain you had over time, that is known as capital gain income. Now this sort of income is good because sometimes over time you buy an asset for $1 and you're selling it for $3, you made $2. Of course, Uncle Sam is going to come up and ask for more money because of taxes. However, you still made a huge chunk of profit, and over time you're actually summing up a lot of wealth. Number 7, I wouldn't say that it will apply to most people. However, I think it is a good way to understand another source of income, royalty income. Now, royalty income is usually an intellectual property, or it could be a service, or it could be a copyright, or it could be a patent. So those type of usually asset where somebody else is using your intellectual property or your asset or something you created, and they're paying you for it over time to use it. So that is another source of income. It doesn't apply to everybody, but it's great to understand that there is another source of income out there. Now, with this 7 source of income, I do say that some of the income actually applies to you, and it is a huge thing to understand it very well. I try to briefly describe it. I'm not a financial advisor, but I think this is something we need to understand at the early stages so that we can invest over time on these sources of income so that it can support us now and in the future. I hope this video actually helped you in many ways and you find some values. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.